remember what it was. Again, you didn't pick up. So it's in my office, and I'm not in my office anymore. Okay, well, it was not a full credit class.
Test 1, 2.
No, it was physics.
Test 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
I tried calling it. I like that. They were not going to tell my child that I just got a phone call from their insurance company. They are going to go to this one. Oh, no, hold on. We're not going to test them. It was over $3,000 more than my credit card. There's no way. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah. But we're not going to tell him that. Because I'm like, no, you don't get all, because he's going to think he gets all that. What's up?
Daniel, how do you unzoom this?
Here, I came up with technology. Hold on. You just move this. Right?
It was all the way out.
No, but it's like.
So that's like blurry. So, oh, nope. Oh.
I had it all the way out.
I just plugged it in. I didn't do anything to it. Except plug it in.
So I am a little nervous that Chad just said it's packed out there. And that's early college, and evidently there's a basketball.
Yeah, I just learned that.
I did not know. Well, I said, oh, and there was a lady kind of looking lost. I was like, can I help you? She's like, I'm here for, I said, early college? She's like, no. And I was like, okay, just a general meeting? I said, but it's not until 6. And she was like, no, 5:30. And I was like, oh, what? Is it 5:30? Am I wrong? And then I said, where did it say for you to go? And she's like, anywhere for basketball? Yeah.
I just learned that one too, and I'm like, it'd be good if people would direct people on where to go.
That and
Like early college.
Parent club. There was a really college club. Everything because you don't want more than that. Partners, no big deal. They're still given a 4 or 5. And so there were a couple of them speaking outside. And so I walked up and said, oh, no, you're for early college. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm going to go for I can tell. So I come behind, so I walk past us. Sure is hot out here. And like just keeps on walking. So, okay.
can you help me back it up?
I feel like we handed parents something when they came in the past.
You probably did, but I scanned. They have a QR code that they can scan to see the presentation.
And now it's QR code. So we're not going to use that side of the pictures.
Neil did not relay any information to Daniel, and I'm not going to make him move it now.
I said it a million times.
I know. So
I said it had to be over here.
that's what I.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not. No, it's not your fault at all.
It's
It's
not
not. That's
your
why
fault.
I'm not going to ask you to move it now. That
The whole
it's set up. But
point of one.
Well, it doesn't take anything to move this over there or this just closer. And then I just have to move this.
Can
Like, we can do that right now. It's not heavy, it's just bulky.
which wait, which end? Say that end.
You're coming this way.
No, but I think it needs to go on the
Oh, I see what you're. Yeah, because they come in
Yeah.
this. Yeah, that's fine.
I just need enough of the projector to not get the basketball goal. So
But if they sit,
Oh, can I take the basketball up?
if we don't go,
I don't know if this one will go up. That's
Do you have your key?
I just need enough room to put the projector back there and not hit the basketball net.
Oh, I see. Well, why don't
So-
we just leave this here until you get the projector over, and then we adjust from there,
Yeah.
right? I can see it. Oh, wrong one. I have a hard time following directions. Girl side.
just,
we can't move the goal. It won't come up.
I know.
Okay.
I just
You
need to,
tell us what to do.
I just need to make sure that there's enough room,
We just don't want to lose seating.
which shouldn't be too bad.
Because I planned on standing over there and as people come in, asking them to come over here first and fill up this far side.
That middle plug's not working.
Oh, shit.
Which middle plug?
Well, I have an extension cord.
Yeah.
The one on the floor?
No.
Oh. Well, that's dumb. Is it connected to the same one that didn't work over here?
I don't know. Do I have is the power button on? It should be turning orange.
Either way. Does this whole wall not work?
I don't know.
They worked before, because we plug in the neon lights here.
Does it turn blue? I mean, you should see the orange on here. So this whole wall's out.
What if, well,
It's fine, I think. Well, shit.
is there one right outside one of the doors that we can?
It's on the opposite side of that.
Where is it?
It's right directly opposite of that.
Probably the same. Yeah. It's on this wall.
I would assume it's the
That'd
same.
be the same. So.
So we need to go to this
Switch,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we take the power cord on? Go get the power cord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that side works. Because before we start. In the words of Leland, work smarter, not nothing.
Well, at least this is battery operated. I started the stream just to test it.
You know, it's not our. Never mind. Stop. Stop. Stop, Adrian. I am going to be quiet.
Are you talking to yourself or us?
I was going to say something out loud and I decided not to. So now I'm telling myself I'm going to shut up and stop being a beach. But I'm not really being a beach. Now there's kids at the door, so.
Well, make it call. Maybe radio you or call you. Tell them that this isn't ready and kids are approaching. Daniel, we appreciate your help.
All right, we need to rotate.
You go first and I'll go. Give it a couple while it's hot outside. Or you have one? Just help.
Probably out just a little more.
You guys, Rodriguez or something. I'm trying to say.
It's so working.
Okay.
Why do I not noticing this really weird tone?
He said he just talked to you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he hasn't. I was
He's
like,
like,
I'm
but
so
I'm
sorry.
excited about what I'm doing this next year.
I said, I'm very sorry. I told him. Yeah.
we giving them anything?
No.
Okay.
Same thing. I don't think so. I think we used to, and now there's
QR
the
codes and
QR,
everything else.
yeah. And FYI, on the cell phone slide, I talked to Lindsay because I looked at it, and there is a piece that's not. Hi, hi.
Y'all come on in and have a seat. If you would like, if you're here for the parent meeting, y'all can come on in and have a seat.
Chad or Kristen, can we move it over just a little bit?
Towards you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it
Yep.
center.
Yep. Is that good? So what did she say? Okay, so on it, on the flyer that she made, it says parent pickup at the end of the day. And I was like,
Hard to say, but I think it looks dumb that it says first offense, documented warning, parent pickup, second offense, parent pickup. Like nothing else, it doesn't even say second warning or, you know,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, I didn't know, on the original, it didn't say, documented.
Okay, so it's super small. We either have to go out,
Do what?
well, we have to go out if we want to make it bigger.
Yeah, we definitely want to make it bigger.
Because it's wide.
Do right there.
Can you go back a little, or is that? So basically, these two sections are no-go,
Yeah.
and everything, I mean, you're still gaining all of that. Okay. Is that,
Is it focused?
Robinson?
No.
No, it's blurry. I'm the wrong person to ask.
What is it?
If it's blurry or not, I
A light.
I think that's better.
yes. At least, can you just do this side, right? Yeah?
And Daniel, do you have a clicker?
It's in one. Hey, Chad, can you just go in the back and make sure the audio is test?
Test 1, 2, 3. Hello, testing 1, 2. Welcome to Dobie9 Parent Night.
Is that too much? No, I think
No, I think it's good.
Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3.
the microphone for now.
Just put it back there on the.
But we had 2 sessions last year.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we were rear projecting that.
But why is not that?
That was cool. I see. I don't know why I was thinking. First year, I was talking to people in the class. Well, it was organizations for all the kids.
Yeah, that was not good.
I know.
how it would pick up and then go to the
Making me feel like maybe I am The opportunity to have the ultimate high school experience. And that's based on whatever it is that they want to participate. There's so many things that your students can participate here at Dobie. So I recommend you guys to just be a part of it and get that Dobie pride. Dobie pride is very small in you right now, and as you progress through your school years, you're going to be a very proud Dobie grad. How many Dobie grads do we have in here? Any Dobie grads? I've got several administrators that are Dobie grads. Like I said, this is such a great place. It's very family oriented, so we're very happy that you're here. So at this time, I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Robinson, and she's going to go over the general information. Thank you so much.
Again, thank you guys for being here this evening. I hope everybody has a good view here. If you don't, we will have a QR code at the end that you can scan so that you can review this information, and we will also post on our social media pages. If you're just walking in, we do have some seats over here that are just in line with the projector, so please feel welcome to have a seat on either side. And also, our cafeteria has, we have some overflow seating in the cafeteria where we are live streaming this presentation. So just want to make sure everybody's comfortable and not having to stand the whole time. All right, so our school day starts at, we open our doors at 6:45 in the morning. Breakfast is free for all students, and it is available from 6:45 to 7:10 in the morning. Lunch is also free again this year for all students. So big shout out to our child nutrition program and the efforts they make there to make sure that every student in our building is fed for breakfast and lunch. So you do not have to qualify or anything. Every single student in the building has free breakfast and free lunch. Class starts at 7:15 and we dismiss at 2:35. And we're going to talk about traffic in a minute, but just make sure that you have your students here on time. They should be in their classrooms by 7:15. Okay, so as you saw getting here, we have a terrible traffic situation happening out front on Fuquay, and unfortunately, that's going to be here all year. When we had a heads up that was happening, and we're thinking, oh, okay, it's going to be like this for a couple months. No, they have an end date of 2027. So, yeah, so fun. So we are obviously rolling with the punches. School has to continue as usual. Definitely, please be aware of that. We have decided to continue with our regular traffic procedures, and we're going to gauge how that goes. It just is the natural flow with how the lanes are with exiting onto Fuquay, and we're gonna see how it goes, and if we need to make adjustments, we will. So that flow is that all parent traffic needs to enter on the Monroe side. You cannot turn into the drop-off line from the Fuquay side. So all parents dropping off will need to enter on the Monroe side. Car riders will enter through the front, and again, drop-off is only at the front of the school because the side parking lot is for staff and for our school buses. When you exit onto Fuquay, it is a right turn only. Okay, you will not be able to turn left. We usually don't do that anyway, just to keep the flow going, but especially now with it being one way each way, one lane each way. So it is a right turn only. And also, I want to give you all a heads up, we did not experience this coming, but if you're going down Fuquay, you cannot turn left on Monroe. So don't. I think I broke the mic. Heather, testing. David. I'll be coming on until then. Walkers, bus riders, bike riders will enter through the courtyard, which is right here, the baby area. And again, please be prepared for that construction. Gonna be a mess. Be especially aware if you are dropping off or picking 6:35, not a problem there. But they cannot be out for the duration of the school day. They need to be off or on silent mode, and not on vibrate. It has to be on silent mode, because a vibration is audible just like a beep is. So please, 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 again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Please have conversations with your student about making sure that their phone is put away for the duration of the day and on silent. Not vibrate, but on silent or turned off. If you have an emergency or you need to get in touch with your student, I have a freshman too, so I understand. Sometimes after school plans change and, you need to let them know so-and-so's coming to pick you up or whatever your adjustment may be. Call our front office and we will make sure that that message gets to your student, okay? If they have an emergency, of course we will handle that accordingly as well. We're not trying to keep our parents from being able to be in touch with their kids and vice versa. But this is state law and we are having to implement it, so we are being, again, consistent between both campuses. If a student is caught using their phone, it will be picked up and it will be a parent pickup. Parent pickup will be required. So again, please have conversations with your student so that you're not having to come up here to pick up their phone. And we will notify you as soon as, if and when that happens, so that you're aware and you can make plans to come up to the campus. But anytime they are caught with a phone, it will be taken up and it will be a parent pickup. Also, if the student refuses to turn in the phone, if a teacher catches the student on the phone and the student refuses, it'll be an automatic assignment to ISS for the remainder of the day. If it's later in the day, it'll be for the next day. And if it's a refusal with an administrator, it'll be a suspension. So please, please, please talk to your kids about this and make sure that they keep their phones put away. Okay, technology. Every student gets a laptop. I know everybody's very familiar with that. If you've been in Pasadena ISD, devices will be distributed on Thursday, so on our first full day of school. Students will need to make sure that they bring their laptops every day and their chargers. Okay, please make sure that they bring their laptops and chargers every single day. I have a list of the fees right here, and again, this will all be shared on social media later. But a laptop replacement is $300. Unfortunately, the price went up this year, so have talks with them about that too. Make sure that they're taking care of their devices and keeping up with all of the materials that go with it. If you are interested in insurance for your student's device, there are 2 sheets that are posted on that wall over there. We have them posted in the cafeteria as well with a QR code where you can scan and pay for that insurance if you would like. All right, student IDs. Students will be required to wear IDs. They have to have it every day on a lanyard around their neck. We will be giving them their first ID on the first full day of school, so again on Thursday. We will be using IDs for our Charty Suite procedures that we have in place. They can use their IDs to scan to go through the lunch line quicker, and also for buses. I'm not clear on if this is being rolled out at the high school level yet, but there will be an app that enables the kids to scan when they get on the bus, and you can see where they're at to track their location. So they have to have their IDs every day so that we're able to use those tools that we have here in the district. If a student forgets their ID for the day, we have temporary sticker replacements that will be $1. And then if they lose their ID, it'll be a replacement for $5. And for those that just walked in, just want to let y'all know we have some seating over here on both sides, and we also have an overflow in the cafeteria if you are interested in going there, where we have this live streaming. Okay, bus information. Bus riders, again, are dropped off here in the courtyard. Students are only permitted to ride the bus that they are assigned to according to their address in Skyward. So that will be tracked more closely this year, also because of with the scanning of the IDs. So just make sure that your student is only on their designated bus. Also, we do have shuttles that go between both campuses, and that is only for students who have a course or have a practice at Dobie Main. They cannot hitch a ride over to the main campus so that they can get another ride there or meet up with a friend or with a sibling or anything like that. They must have a class at the main campus or an after-school practice to be able to ride a bus. If there are students at the main campus, unfortunately we've had that happen before, and those students are considered to be trespassing. We don't want to get into that situation, so just make sure that they are only on that shuttle if they are supposed to be there. And we also provide them with a sticker that indicates that they're clear to ride a shuttle. So we do that to deter, but sometimes our sneaky ones slip in. So just want to make sure y'all are aware so you have that conversation with your kids as well. This is our tardy policy. For tardies, will trigger a warning. You will get an automated phone call to let you know that your student has reached 4 tardies. And we keep count every 6 weeks. 7 tardies is a lunch detention. 12 is 1 day of ISS. 3 is 20 days of ISS. And I know there will not be anybody who reaches 25, but we have a couple every year. The 25 would be 3 days at the guidance center. And again, those counts start every year, and you can monitor that on Skyward. All right, attendance always is very, very important. Want to make sure that we have all of our kids here every day as much as possible. Texas law does require that students are present for 90% of the time that any class is offered. And we want to make sure that y'all are aware that they can be denied credit if they have missed too many days of school. So even if they pass a class, if they've missed too many days of school, they can be denied credit and they would have to take the course again at some point. So make sure we have our students here. And if your student is absent, please submit a note within 3 days. Those rules are the same as they have been going through Pasadena ISD. And if you would like more information, please refer to our district calendar so that you can plan your days accordingly, as well as the student handbook for additional information. All right, dress code. It's pretty simple. You gotta make sure bellies are covered and make sure the shorts aren't too short. And we've got to make sure we have all appropriate content on clothing. So tears in jeans are okay, but we do ask that if there are holes above the knee that can be covered. So you can have shorts under or leggings, anything like that, as long as the holes are covered, the skin is covered. Shirts need to be full length, covering the midriff. Any backpack is fine. They can wear sandals or Crocs. I have no issue with that. And short skirts and dresses must be school appropriate, no more than 2 inches above the knee. So those are crop tops. Want to make sure those stay at home for the weekend. Sleeveless tops, spaghetti straps, anything excessively low cut. Also, any kind of clothes that have inappropriate content on it. Something we see a lot is the cookie shirts and soccer jerseys with alcohol, beer brands usually, like Tecate or, Bud Light, whatever it may be. So just make sure those stay home as well. Again, holes in the knees, holes above the knees, please have those covered. And no excessively short shorts, dresses, or skirts. And finally, no pajamas. We want our kids to be dressed, ready for the day. PJs are, they just make it that much easier to be real comfy and cozy and fall asleep in class. So we want to make sure that we avoid that as much as possible. No pajamas and no house shoes. Okay, going on to instructional support. We have a campus culture of progressive learning. We understand that not every student learns at the same pace. None of these kids that are in this room right now started walking at the exact same time, but they're all walking here right now, right? And so we know that learning happens the same way. They're not all going to learn it at the same pace. And so we have grading policies to reflect that. Our progressive learning policy is a campus-wide policy that states that teachers will provide progressive learning or reteach opportunities for students to improve or retake graded assignments in all classes when a student has difficulty achieving mastery. The key piece here is that the student is responsible to take advantage of opportunities that are provided to them. Okay? We have tutoring during the school day, which I'll talk about in just a minute. We have before and after school tutoring, but it is up to the student to take responsibility and take advantage of these opportunities that are provided to them to fill in any gaps that they have, okay? We do have a campus-wide expectation of work completion. Failing to turn in assignments is not an option. We expect every assignment to be turned in from every student. So students who have late or missing work will be scheduled for mandatory tutoring during pride time, which is what we offer during the school day. And that is a designated time. Those sessions are specifically targeted for them to complete their assignments. So we've got lots of structures in place to make sure we're catching your kids where they fall, but we do need them to hold up their end of the deal and take advantage of these opportunities. So Pride Time is our tutoring that we offer during the school day. We have it between third and fourth period every day, and it's held from Tuesday to Friday. We use an app called the Enriching Students app that allows them to self-schedule and attend the tutoring sessions that are most beneficial to them. So there is most of the time, the students are getting to choose what they need to do, but we also have the option for teachers to schedule students for mandatory tutorials. And we call those priority tutorials. We also have clubs that the students can attend. So this is a great flexible time that we have built into the school day every single day, except for Mondays. And it's for them to take advantage of what their needs are or to enrich by participating in a club. On Mondays, we go to homeroom every Monday, and when they are in homeroom every Monday, that's an opportunity for our homeroom teachers to check in with them, remind them of, to look at their grades, reflect on their grades, and make sure that they are making their choices wisely for Pride Time. And again, that's our designated time for students to set their schedule for the week for Pride Time. So the way we need you as parents to help out is to monitor your child's grades in Skyward. Make sure that you're aware of what they've got going on with their grades, if they have any assignments missing, or if they've struggled with an assignment, and ask them, hey, what's your Pride Time schedule looking like this week? What did you choose to do? If they're choosing to go to the gym every day, or if they are going to cosmetology club or chess club, but they're failing multiple classes, we want to direct them to make different selections. But you can ask them that. You, parents, unfortunately, do not have the ability to see what their schedule is, so you would have to ask your student what that schedule is. But that is the best way that we can ask you to help with that. So we will start Pride Time on September 2nd. Up to September 2nd, we do what we call onboarding in homeroom. So we're just teaching the kids on what our campus-wide procedures are, teaching them how to use Canvas and different technology tools that we have, and making sure that they're aware of all of our expectations and how we utilize Pride Time on a daily basis. Again, we also have before and after school tutorials that are offered at, depending on teacher availability. They will offer 90 minutes a week for sure, but their availability is based on what their schedules are. So we will be collecting that information, and it'll be posted on our website so that you can see what options your students' teachers have available for tutoring before and after school as needed. All right, and I want to welcome our athletic director and head football coach, Davey Morris, to talk to us a little bit about athletics.
I'll give it up to Ms. Robertson. Hey, one thing here, I'm a proud Dobie graduate of 1999, and, looking out in the crowd here, one thing I can say is the Sagemont South Bell community, it's like no other. For you guys to show up here, support your kids and what they do. But this is what I want to do right now. If you're a part of any athletic team, plan on trying out for a team, fine arts clubs, would you kids please stand up? Don't be scared. Here we go. Y'all give these guys a round of applause right here. Awesome. Thank you guys. And for anybody who didn't stand up, there's so many opportunities here at Dobie, okay? There's clubs, there's events, there's fine arts, there's athletics. I mean, anything that you want to achieve and try out for, you will have that opportunity here at Dobie. Now, I'm not going to speak about fine arts, but I'm going to talk about athletics a little bit. One thing about Dobie athletics, I can tell you this much, if your child makes it through all 4 years being a part of an athletic team here, we are going to teach them toughness, we're going to teach them discipline, and we're going to teach them accountability. That's one thing that we have over any of these neighboring schools around here. Your kids will be tougher. They will be held accountable.
but they are going to get the greatest experience that they've ever can get at a high school, and that's here at Dobie High School. So thank you for having your kids here at Dobie with us. Now, with this, yes, we want to win games at Dobie. Trust me, my job's on the line winning games. But I can tell you this much, we want to have first team All-State husbands and wives, mothers and fathers, and members of this community. And they're going to learn all that through tough times at Dobie. Now, there's going to be some good times too. So thank you for your time. If there's anybody who is a part of the football team who has not met out there and has not made it to practice, please come see me. One thing right now with our freshman football team, we have 96 kids on the field dressed out for Dobie football this year. That's the most that's been in a long time, in probably about a decade. Okay, so the participation numbers are up. Kids are wanting to be here. Kids are wanting to play here. And man, I appreciate your time, guys. Go Dobie.
All right, so we'll talk a little bit now about campus safety. We do have an officer who is assigned just to Dobie9 full-time. Our officer this year will be Officer Brandy Waterman. She is a veteran officer here in Pasadena ISD and was at Dobie main campus last year. They typically change up the assignments for our officers every year, so we're very, very excited about having Officer Waterman. We've been so fortunate at Dobie9 in our 8-year history, going on 9 this year, that we've had the best officers every year who are out talking to kids, making connections, and doing great things with them. So very excited to have Officer Waterman with us. Unfortunately, I haven't taken a picture of her, but I'm sure you will see her over the year. We also have Mr. Ted Rangel, who is our campus security monitor. You'll see Ted in the mornings and in the afternoon directing traffic in the front of the school and assisting with making sure that our campus is safe throughout the day, every day. So big kudos to our wonderful team there and making sure that we are doing everything to keep our students and staff safe on a daily basis. One big way that we maintain safety on campus is with anonymous alerts, and this is not something new to Dobie. If you've been at Pasadena ISD, we've had this system in place for a couple of years. So at the top of every website, every school website, is the anonymous alerts link. So if there is ever any kind of incident that you feel is compromising to the safety of the campus or the safety of another student, or just any safety concern in general that you think we need to be aware of, if you don't feel comfortable reaching out directly to us, the Anonymous Alerts app is the best thing to do. And we are able to communicate back and forth, even if whoever submits it is wanting to be anonymous. So that two-way communication is huge for any situations that we need to be made aware of. But this is a huge tool that we use on campus to maintain the safety. We do ask that if you are reporting anything, or students, if you're reporting anything, that you give us enough detail to be able to act on it. So if you tell us there's a girl in the restroom smoking a vape, well, there's a lot of girls in the restroom, you know, so we can't, it's hard to pinpoint or do anything with that. So we just need more details. So make sure you give us as much detail as possible. I saw a student at 9:15 in the 200s restroom doing XYZ. Okay, so as much detail as possible so that we can take action and again, ensure the safety of the campus. We also utilize something called Securely Pass. This is also known as eHall Pass. So it's a virtual way of us tracking student traffic in the hallways. So all of our students will be trained on that on Friday when they are in homeroom. And again, it enables us to monitor and limit hallway traffic. It documents when a student leaves the classroom and when they return to the classroom. And it's also a preventative tool if there are conflicts happening. If we're able to set the system, like if we know that there's two students that are having a conflict, we can set the system to where they're not allowed out at the same time. We also are able to help intervene more with students who are skipping class and things like that. So this has been a great tool for us to use on campus that we will continue to use this year. And just wanted y'all to be aware of that as well. So some common freshman pitfalls that we like to share with you guys. Again, tardies is one of our most significant ones, but we are implementing tardy sweeps this year to try to minimize that. Again, the policy is written out here, and we encourage you to monitor student tardies in Skyward. Also, vape devices, unfortunately, is a significant issue that are an issue across the country and high schools across the country. So parents, we want you to be aware of what these look like. This is just a sampling of some of the things that we've seen. Kids just don't do it, period. Okay, we don't want you to do it. It's not good for you, not good for your lungs, not good for you as you're growing. But especially do not do it here, okay? If you are caught with a vape, it is an assignment to the guidance center. If it is a vape containing THC, it's a summit placement, and we don't want that for any of our kids. We want you here at Dobie, in your classes, with your peers, getting the best education that we can offer you, but we've got to make sure that we keep those things off of our campus. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to our counselors to share some information. Yay, counselors!
Hi everyone, we're
I broke it again, y'all. Try to, okay.
Hi everyone, we're super excited to have y'all's freshmen on campus here with us. We are the counselors. I will be the counselor for last names A through F. My name's Yvette Moreno. This is Miss Looper. She will be the counselor for last names G through N, and Mr. Kirby for last names O through Z. Some of the stuff we do here in the counseling office is help your student by supporting them with their academics, checking in with them for their grades, making sure they're taking classes that are going to help them in their career, as well as giving them some social emotional learning lessons. We also do individual planning with our students. We met with most of the kids when they were in 8th grade to choose their classes for 9th grade. We'll make sure we meet with them around January or February to choose their classes for 10th grade. And we also offer responsive services. This is when we intervene when there's some hardships going on with our students. We also do prevention. We want to make sure our kids are responsible, that they are communicating adequately, and that they're showing effort. So we make sure we give lessons in homeroom with those behavior qualities. And of course, we help students that are having crises.
So of course, all the students want to know about their schedules, and that is a big part of what we do in the counseling department, is we handle all students' schedules. So students will receive their schedule on Wednesday, on freshman first day. We're going to have all the students report to homeroom when they get here, and then they will receive their schedule at that time. Because we are a very small campus, we do not have a ton of course offerings, not like they do like at the main campus, for example. So we are extremely, extremely limited on when we can change student schedules. So on here you will see some of the reasons why we may change a student schedule. So one of them is if a student is scheduled into a course that they already have credit for. We've been trying to check those, but unfortunately, with over 800 students, sometimes they fall through the cracks. This would typically be for classes like Algebra 1, Spanish, things like that, that if a student has credit for that course, we want to make sure that we get them into a different course. Another reason would be if a student has not met the prerequisite for the course, like for example, if a student were to be in Spanish 2 and they haven't taken Spanish 1, or they were in geometry and haven't taken algebra. Again, we try to check all of these things, but we want to make sure that the students are looking at that and keeping us aware if we've made a mistake there. If a student is trying to raise or lower the rigor of their course. So if a student is trying to raise the rigor, so exactly if they're in an on-level course and they want to move up to a pre-AP course, we need to make those changes as soon in the school year as possible. So we need those students to come see us within the first week or so of school so we can make those changes. Going from a pre-AP level course to an on-level. Those changes happen at the end of the first 6 weeks grading period. We want the students to be in those pre-AP classes, give it the first 6 weeks, and then at the end of the first 6 weeks, if it's just too much, we can always back down to an on-level course. Another reason we have quite often is we will get emails from coaches, band directors, club sponsors, things like that, asking us to change students. If a student is an athlete, once their season is over and they move to a different sport, the coaches will notify us of that and we will change schedules at that time. If a student wants to get in a sport, we cannot do that without coach approval. So we need the students to reach out to the coach first, find out about tryouts, things like that. We cannot put students into sports classes or on sports teams without coach approval first. Another reason is administrative changes. Now, this would be like, for example, which of course we hope doesn't happen, is if we had a teacher, let's say, leave during the school year. We don't anticipate that happening. We don't want that to happen, but sometimes it happens. In that case, a change would need to happen to the campus master schedule, and therefore student schedules would be changed. Again, we don't anticipate this happening, but it does happen, and unfortunately, if a schedule does get changed, it is for that reason and we cannot move them back. So if a student thinks that they absolutely need a schedule change, not that they want a schedule change, not I picked this class and now I want to be in this class, we can't make changes like that. But if they need a schedule change, they need to email their counselor as soon as possible once school starts so that we can be taking a look at that and seeing if we can accommodate those changes.
All right, guys. Number one way that we can ensure success for your students is for you guys to be involved. We want to partner with you guys in your kids' education. So please, please, please make sure that you guys know how to access your kids' grades. Make sure you guys have access to Skyward and to Parent Square. If you do not, feel free to call up to the school tomorrow and someone will walk you through that. Make sure when we have parent nights, when they are sending, when teachers are sending syllabuses home for you guys to sign, make sure you guys are jotting down those teachers' emails. You guys reaching out to your teachers, your kids' teachers whenever there's an issue is going to get an answer much faster than if you call up here to the secretaries or to the counselors, okay? Learn your kids' teachers, email them, and make sure you build a relationship with them. And then have regular check-ins with your kids. I'm sure your kids are probably a lot like mine. Anytime I pick up any of my teenagers, I say, how was your day? They say, fine, right? That's all I get out of them, all right? So try to check in with them a little bit more. Ask them, probe them a little bit as far as what did you do in biology today, okay? And see if you guys can't find out a little more. And then, most importantly, all of our information is on our social medias. We keep up to date with that pretty quick. So, and then, like Ms. Moreno said, next one, Ms. Robinson. We are going to be teaching some behavioral attributes to your kiddos this year by way of some guidance lessons through Pride Time. We do want to teach your kids respect, effort, and how to communicate effectively. And so that's one of the things that we're going to be working with your kiddos on this year to not only help them be successful here at Dobie9, but later on in life as well. What did I say? Oh, not respect. We are not going to teach your kids respect. We're going to teach your kids responsibility. My fault.
Yeah, you can bring the disrespect all day long. Just kidding. We want them to be respectful as well. But we are going to hyper-focus on responsibility, effort, and effective communication. So these are our modes of communicating with parents. We will leave this up here in just a bit. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. You can check our website for updated information. Parent Square is a wonderful tool. I will tell you, I have 3 kids here in the district, and then of course I'm one of the ones that manages our page. My phone is going off like crazy between my campus and my kids' 3 campuses. So, but the information is definitely rolling out on Parent Square. So if you have not downloaded the Parent Square app, I highly recommend it. It's a great way for us to stay in touch with you and is the primary mode for automated messages and things like that. I will put this back up here in just a bit. Don't forget, freshman first day is this Wednesday, August 13th. It'll be a half day. We start at 7:15, end at 11:35. Come in dress code. We will provide a snack. We will not have breakfast this day, so don't come too hungry. Eat at home, but we will have a snack. Buses will be running regular routes. So your student will be able to take the bus that day. And the first full day will be on Thursday, August 14th. So up next, you can tour the building. You can please mosey around in the cafeteria. We've got spirit items for sale. And our booster clubs are here. So please explore. And if you have any questions, come let us know. Thank you for coming out tonight.
I need to see all football players and parents over here. Football players and parents, please. Football players and parents.